Welcome back, guys. We're going to continue reading The Orange Outlaw. Remember when we read chapter 2 that the painting has gone missing. So the kids got back from the block party and they entered the apartment and saw that the painting was gone. So let's read chapter 3. Before we read chapter 3, let's talk about what I want you to think about as you're reading or listening. Okay, so what did the crime scene look like? So as they were going through the crime scene, what did it look like? Why do the police not want anyone to touch anything while they're there? And then who could be helpful in solving the mystery and why? When we are finished reading, you're going to have a page that looks like this. I know that it's a lot of writing, but I know that you can do it. I would like for you to write in complete sentences. So let's go back here and let's begin. Chapter 3. Dink looked past his uncle into the study. The painting was gone. I've got to call the police, Uncle Warren said. He hurried towards the kitchen, leaving the kids standing in the hallway. Who could have taken it? Ruth Rose asked. And how? Wondered Josh. The door was locked. Kids, come quickly, Dink's uncle yelled from the other end of the apartment. They ran back down the hallway and looked into the kitchen. Look at that, Uncle Warren said, pointing at the kitchen table. Do you guys remember what was on the kitchen table when they left? The tabletop was littered with orange juice and peels. The fruit bowl was overturned. More peels and dribbles of juice covered the floor. Yuck, it's all sticky, Josh said, backing away from the small puddle. That is terrible, Uncle Warren said as he called the police. Guys, look, Ruth Rose was pointing to an orange peel near the balcony. The kids walked over, and Ruth Rose opened the balcony door. There's juice on the door handle, too, she said, wiping her hands on her jeans. They found more orange peels on the balcony. Guy must have been hungry, Josh observed. Dink looked down over the balcony railing. Could this be how the thief got into the apartment? He asked. How? Josh asked. On a hang glider, Dink. We're 10 stories up, remember? Uncle Warren joined them. A detective will be here soon, he said. Then he noticed the orange peels all over the balcony. Goodness. The kids started to pick up the orange peels. Leave them, Uncle Warren said. The police said not to touch anything. They walked into the living room and sat down to wait. Forrest will be devastated, Uncle Warren said. Thank goodness he has the painting insured. At least he'll get his money back. Suddenly, Roger's voice came over the small speaker next to the door. Mr. Duncan, there's a detective here to see you. Shall I send him up? Uncle Warren jumped up and ran to the door. Pressing the talk button on the speaker, he said, Thank you, Roger, then opened the door and walked into the hall. The kids sat on the sofa, staring at the front door. After a few moments, they heard the elevator door open. Dink's uncle said, Yes, this is the place. I'm Warren Duncan. Uncle Warren walked back in, followed by a tall man wearing a dark suit and tie. Kids, this is Detective Frank Castillo, Dink's uncle said. The man nodded at the kids, then looked around the room. He had black eyes, dark swept black hair, and a nose that looked as if it had been broken. Where's the painting? Detective Castillo asked. Back here. Where was the painting? Detective Castillo asked. Back here, Uncle Warren said, leading him down the hall towards the study. Let's go talk to Roger, Ruth Rose said. Why? Asked Josh. Maybe he saw someone sneaking around, she answered. Good idea, Dink said. He grabbed a pad and scribbled a note to his uncle. Okay, let's go. He and Josh followed Ruth Rose to the elevator. In the lobby, they found Roger at his desk near the front door. Through the glass, Dink could see that the block party was winding down. Going out again? Roger asked the kids. Dink shook his head. Someone has stolen a valuable painting from my uncle's apartment, he said. Roger jumped from his seat. A theft in our building? I can't believe it. It happened while we were at the block party, Josh said. The creep ate all the oranges, too. We were wondering if you noticed anyone strange, Ruth Rose put in. Roger shook his head. I was here the entire time and saw only people who live here, he said. Absolutely no one else. Roger closed his eyes and opened them slowly. I just remember Miss Cornelius on the ninth floor calling down about an hour ago. She thought she saw someone on the balcony. I offered to go up and check, but she said not to bother. Is her balcony below Dink's uncle? Ruth Rose asked. Roger nodded. All the balconies on the rear of the building are directly above or below each other. Ruth Rose looked at Dink and Josh. Then maybe she saw our thief. Okay, so now going back, what did the crime scene look like to you in your mind? Why did the police not want anyone to touch anything? And then who could be helpful in solving the mystery and why? Okay, let's go to our questions. You're going to go to page 7 of your packet. It says describe and reflect. Describe the crime scene at Uncle Warren's apartment. Why is this strange? So why was his crime scene strange? What was there that did not belong and that was kind of strange? Okay, the next one is infer. The police told Uncle Warren not to touch anything. Why do the police want people to not touch anything if a crime occurred? And then last one is reading for details. How might Miss Cornelius be helpful in solving the case? Okay, so I would like for you to write in complete sentences. On this very first one, you will have at least 2 to 3 sentences. If you need to use a separate sheet of paper, you're more than welcome to. This next one, you need to have at least 1 sentence. And then this one, you should have at least 1 full complete sentence. And like I said, if you need an extra sheet of paper, please feel free to do so and just attach it. Okay, complete those papers and I will see them tomorrow.